What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here, filming, trading, finished with the month of May 2020, at least trading-wise. Crazy month. I made $106,000 in trading profits, donating it all to Direct Relief, which is a charity that provides masks and other protective gear to frontline workers. Also Trunks Up Official, which is a charity that helps elephants, especially in Thailand. Really kind of sad right now because there's no tourism. So these elephants in, unethical sanctuaries and ethical sanctuaries, no one's coming to visit. So all the elephants are basically starving. So Trunks Up Official is actually their Instagram name. I'll post the link just below this. They're actually helping feed the elephants in this time of no tourism. And, I want to shut down the unethical places, but even then, we still need to feed the elephants. Otherwise, they're just going to die. So trying to save humans, trying to save animals. I donate 100% of my trading profits because I want you to understand that A, I trade with a small account. B, I trade in order to teach. Every single trade that I do, good or bad, usually becomes like a video lesson or commentary or watch list. There's stuff to be learned from. So I'm not doing it like most traders do. And that's because I'm primarily a teacher. So yes, I had a fantastic month making six figures in 1 month, which is great. I've now made over $200,000 in 2020 in just the first 5 months, which is crazy. I'm trading more aggressively. I'm trading bigger. We have more opportunities. But I'm prouder of my Millionaire Challenge students. That's the first link that I'm going to post just below this if you want to apply to be one of my top students. Because my top student, Tim Grittani, is now taking 1,500, turned into over 11 million. He usually updates his trades at the end of the month, so we'll find out. He probably made, my guess is, anywhere between 300,000 and 700,000. Before May, he was already up over $2 million this year. I'm also excited for Mark Crook to see what he's made. He's made over 300,000, updated his trades through April. So maybe he's at 400,000 or 500,000. Even upcoming challenge students, Jack Kellogg, he had a record month last month. I think he made 52,000, and the month before, I think he made like 75,000. This month, he just messaged me. He made 70,000. Kyle Williams, another upcoming challenge student, he had a record month, 32,000. And also Matt Monaco, a really, upcoming challenge student, just graduated college in May. The same month that he graduated college, he made 48,000. His previous high was 19,000. So why do I share all these numbers? Is this what you're going to make right away? No. Tim Grittani made nothing his first 9 months. But I like inspiring you to see what's possible after you study. None of these students are in their first year. Tim Grittani has been with me nearly a decade. Mark Crook has been a student, I think, for 5 or 6 years now, maybe even 7. I've lost track. Jack Kellogg, Kyle Williams, and Matt Monaco all joined in the past 2 or 3 years. But they're all young guys. I make fun of, Jack and Matt and Kyle because they're so young. Jack wears his gold chain on the outside of his shirt, and I was like, what are you doing? Are you trying to be like a Knight of the Roxbury? And he's like, what's that? He doesn't even know the movie The Knight of the Roxbury. Leave a comment below. Have you heard of The Knight of the Roxbury with Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan? I watch a lot of movies. I don't know. I'm curious to see. Don't look it up. Just be honest with me. Have you heard of the movie A Knight of the Roxbury? Leave a comment below. You can have fun with this. It's not a great movie. It's just funny that they wear their chain on the outside, and so does Jack Kellogg. I have to inspire you. I have to show you what's possible because one of the tweets I had, we're going to post it on screen here, where I said, screw the people who make fun of my students who only make $20 or $40 or $60 on a trade. That's how you should start. You have to start small and then you build. Once you learn the strategy, once you learn the process, you grow and you scale up year 2, year 3, year 4. But in the beginning, you should be trading small. And I said, basically, go screw yourselves. Anybody who makes fun of my students trading with small accounts while they're learning. The difference between me and pretty much everyone else in trading that I see, we have a strategy where you're learning some very counterintuitive patterns, some very special patterns that don't come around every single day. I'm not teaching basic technical analysis or how to trade Amazon puts or how to buy the simple breakout on GE or Bank of America. we're trading penny stocks, which need to have the right chart, the right float, the right sector, the right history and past performance of spiking. So there's not always a play every day. And what you start to notice is that the same patterns happen again and again. All these other companies, pretty much everything else in finance is guesswork. You don't know what China's going to do. You don't know what the economy is going to do. You don't know what the Fed is going to do. You might think you have an idea, but the odds just aren't great. Because Wall Street pretty much ignores penny stocks and most people hate on penny stocks, you have two groups, the promoters and the idiots. And we're somewhere in between. I'm like Tony Romo, like commentating on the game, the sport between the promoters have the idiots on the run. The idiots think they're going to make money, but they don't know how the game works. That's basically my job, to teach patterns that work more times than not. An example was MARK. The stock is up from 30 cents to $3 a share. The ticker is MARK. I've been buying it since the 30s. Not holding the whole time, but buying it for a little and profiting most times. I think I might have lost money once, but I made money like half a dozen times. It went up 10 times. They make thermal image scanning. You know, it's going to be popular when the country tries to reopen or the world tries to reopen from this virus. But at the same time, there's a lot of like questionable stuff, a lot of blatant pumping, especially if you use the StocksToTrade social media search tool. I'm going to post a link below, a special to StocksToTrade. Click that link, use it, look at all the blatant pumping. When a company is up 10 times with blatant pumping, and they were reporting earnings yesterday, and I put out a tweet and I said, I would not hold this stock through earnings. Like, it's up 10 times. I wouldn't short it because they still might announce something, but I don't want to have a long position because there's just too much risk. There's too much risk shorting in case they do get squeezed, and there's too much risk going long because it's up so much and they need to, say something amazing just to keep the momentum up. I could not have been more right on those tweets. It's crazy because at first the stock didn't do much. It was hanging around $3 a share. Then the conference call came up and they hyped themselves up. It's basically like a pitch on the conference call, which was weird. And the stock spiked from $3 all the way to $3.70 a share. And I started getting all these hate tweets like, you were wrong, you underestimated Mark, you know nothing. A few people who were like verified, and I was going to respond to that, but literally right as it spiked to 370 within like 20 minutes, they, I guess it was already priced in. Maybe they just squeezed a few shorts. The stock collapsed from 370 to 270. And before I could even respond to the hater tweets, like they had deleted them. And I was like, damn, like Twitter, like it's like, oh, he said, she said. And it's so juvenile. And then Mark collapsed today. I'm filming this on Friday, the last day of trading on the month. I made about $2,000 today trading some other stocks, 18 grand on the week, 30 grand last week. But Mark collapsed all the way down to the 230s. I think it might have finished in the 250s, but it was down from $3 a share. And everybody who was all high and mighty and all excited about Mark's earnings, like they basically, have egg on their face. They were wrong. Am I gloating? No. How did I know they weren't going to do well? I didn't. I just know that I have learned a lot of things over 20 plus years that a lot of newbies take for granted. It's kind of crazy to me. So I don't know everything. I could have been wrong. Mark could have shot up to, $5 a share. They could have announced some big contract. I still wouldn't have cared because I've learned not to guess ahead of earnings. I've learned not to play guessing games. And that is the secret. That's why I talked about my top students and I doing so well this month. We're not playing guessing games. We're reacting to patterns. So if you click the links below, if you apply for my challenge, I'm going to teach you the predictable patterns and which guessing games to avoid. If you click the link below and you look at the StocksToTrade social media search tool, you'll see the blatant pumping. Some people are like, oh, there's no blatant pumping. And I'm like, look at it all. Do I want the blatant pumping to stop? No, I'm very grateful for the pumpers. If you know any of the pumpers, I told my Twitter on it, I said, send them an edible arrangement. They need more vitamins, less cocaine. Maybe they're too coked out. They're not being as effective towards the end of the month. Give them some vitamins. Like give them some vitamin D, some B12, some vitamin C. I don't know what it takes to pump these stocks more. I'm grateful for the pumpers. I'm grateful for the opportunities. But me as a teacher and a trader, I only want to take predictable setups. That's what all of my top students and I have learned. That's what I want you to learn. So if you watch enough of my videos, maybe I can drill it into your heads. Or ignore me, lose a lot, and then come back to me with a better attitude. Click the links below, leave a comment below. Have you heard of a Night of the Roxbury? And congrats to all of my students. Those are just a few students, but I got to get going. I'm freaking exhausted.